Good morning. um, Today is Wednesday, September 24th. Um, I did want to do some update pieces for the detox. Um, Yesterday I worked, and since the day before was so um, aggressive, cleaning wise, um, especially with all the bowel movements and things at work. I went a little easy yesterday. I only got one of the two teas down yesterday. It was a little less aggressive, and I was able to get some work done. Um, One thing I have noticed, so yesterday was all raw. Outside of said pickle, I don't know if the pickle was raw. There's a way to make pickles raw, but I don't know if that was the process that was for this pickle that I ate. So yesterday was all fruit and a pickle. Grapefruit, apple, watermelon is what I ate all day long. And then I had a pickle at the end of the night. It was so good. So good. I didn't even finish one of two yesterday. Yesterday, I finished the vast majority of one. I finished it this morning. It was like a little gulp left. And then I have tummy detox left from yesterday, so I'm going to drink it. And then I have fresh brew for tomorrow already done. So this is working. This is working better. I'm off today and tomorrow. A thing that I want to mention. Oh, I had a banana. I had bananas yesterday too. I had bananas. A thing that I want to mention that I noticed on the detox, it's definitely doing what it's supposed to do. This is tummy detox, by the way. Wow. Okay. Um, it doesn't get better. I need to do something. I don't know. Anyway, today I'm gonna do laundry. I need to do laundry. So I'm gonna do laundry today, and then today should be all raw. Shouldn't be any issues there. I'm out of watermelon. I'm gonna have to get another watermelon. I do have more bananas, and I do have a couple apples left, and I do have grapefruits left. So I'm gonna. It's noon. It's my daughter's birthday o'clock. So it's a little afternoon. I don't know if other families do that. When the time hits the birthday of a family member, it's birthday o'clock. Anyway, so um, I haven't decided if I'm gonna go get fruit first and then do laundry, or if I'm gonna do laundry and then eat. And I think I should eat first because I need a calorie to burn. Like, it's a lot of laundry. I've been letting it set and wait for too long. So it's not like the normal amount. It's not like a load or two, which is what I normally do. I love doing laundry. That's one of my favorite chores for some reason. Well, one of the reasons is I love folding warm clothes, especially in the wintertime. It's pretty dope. I love that. So laundry doesn't bother me at all. But I think I need the calories to burn. So I'll probably go get something to eat first. I'll go get some fruit. Noting the detox. So I'm obviously seeing the the cleaning from all the going potty and all the things. The one other thing that I wanted to mention is I can see my dreams. So there's been a couple of courses. I can typically see my dreams when I'm doing a cleanse. Even when I do a juice cleanse, I can see my dreams pretty good. And then when I first went vegan, so actually when I first went, I started vegetarian. For some reason, I'm addicted to butter. It was really, really hard to let go. So I had to wait until I found like a vegan butter that I loved. It wasn't cheese for me. I do like cheese, don't get me wrong. I love cheese, but it was the butter. The butter had me in a chokehold. So, sorry, having some images. Um, I need to stay off the internet. I need to stay off of social media and Facebook and anyway, so it took me a while to let the butter go, and I did a step down. Everybody's journey is different. So I started vegetarian because I've always been lactose intolerant. Sorry, I have itchy. I've always been lactose intolerant, but I love like sour cream and cheese and butter and all this stuff. So I initially went to vegetarian, and I didn't do vegetarian overnight. Like I did a step down. So over the courses, when I started my journey, I did a day. The first week I did 1 day all vegetarian. And I say that because sometimes I even recommend people start with just one meal for the week, like just one meal. Out of the 7 days that you're going to eat, one of them needs to be vegetarian. I started vegetarian on this journey because I was technically vegan or vegetarian before. So it wasn't like brand new. It was just new for this season of my life. So I had a pinched nerve. I remember because it was my daughter at the time. She had a best friend. And it was her 16th birthday. So, and my daughter's a year younger than her. So at the time, my daughter was 15 when I got this pinched nerve. This all came from being able to see my dreams. And then, I was just normal, sad diet, standard American diet. So I was normal diet then, and then I got this pinched nerve, and a couple of the things that I researched, because the doctors were talking a lot of, they had like, oh, you need to do this, and you're gonna have to get injections and blah blah blah, and I was like, so I'm just not really into taking medicine. I can barely take my vitamins if they're too big. And I'm just not into a lot of stuff, so I couldn't do it. So I was like, there's got to be an alternative way to deal with this. And I just went to, Google University or whatever you want to call it. And they was like, no, just go to the chiropractor and eat anti-inflammatory. Well, the anti-inflammatory diet that I ran into, because apparently there are many, it was vegan. Turmeric, blueberries, ginger, the whole nine, like garlic, just, so I kind of, hyper focused on just eating clean, which at the time I didn't know that that's what it was. But it was basically vegan. I think there's an anti-inflammatory diet now that includes like fish or something. So at the time, because let's see, my daughter was 15 then, and she's gonna be 22 in December. So this was 6 years ago. So I kept in that vein. I got better. They were right. So I went to the chiropractor. I went to Lohan Chiropractic off of Bannister and Holmes in Kansas City. Shout out to Dr. Martins. Please go. And then I was the anti-inflammatory. I was better in no time. I was better. And I want to say no time, meaning American medicine offers this excessively speedy recovery at the cost of like a lot of things, right? So with these injections in my back and all the things that they were going to do, you know, it's very expensive. But it's very speedy. Like you're going to feel better probably same day. I want to say when I went to the chiropractor, I think it was 2 or 3 therapies and eating clean that entire week. So I had to go like every other day to the chiropractor. When I first started treatment, I believe it was like 3 times a week. It was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. For week 1 and eating clean, I was fine. I wasn't 100%, but at least I could move my neck. Like it was cervical spine. I think it was like C6, C7 for people who know what that is. But that's in your neck, basically. So that's where the pinch was, I believe. I can't remember because this was a long time ago. 6, 7 years ago. So it's been a few minutes. And so week 1 I was fine. So it wasn't next day, but a week is fine for me in my particular instance. At the time I was working for a company where I had to travel a lot, and so this particular week I was off anyway. I was fine. And so by the time it was time for me to go back to work, I was fine. Then I continued my treatment. I want to say I just continued my treatment for years just because I was feeling amazing. I eventually, so diet-wise, I didn't know what I was doing. And so I had some issues. I think it was either salt or potassium because I had some muscle cramps. Your heart is a muscle, by the way, if you didn't know. So your heart is a muscle, and I was having what I now know is muscle cramps in my heart, and I thought I was having a heart attack. So, and I had a really, really, really bad experience at a local hospital. I won't say any names. That doctor, my mom went back to that same facility. She got treated well, and I didn't see that doctor. So maybe that was just a fluke. It was since he's not there. It was St. Joe Hospital, Carondelet. That's what we call it here locally. That's the street that it's on. Carondelet is the street that it's on. So I had a really, really, really bad experience at that hospital. And then I went back to SAD diet. Not overnight, just eventually I went back to SAD diet because I really didn't know and or have the knowledge that I do now and have the experience that I do now. And I'm still learning. I learn every day, something vegan every day. Something new that I learn every day, literally. Where was I going with it? So take your time, whatever that looks like for you. So on this journey, I did days. So the week 2, I did 2 days vegan. And week 3, I did 3 days vegetarian. I'm sorry, not vegan, vegetarian. And then week 4, I did 4 days. So eventually, and I think I started skipping. Like, I don't think week 5, I did 5 days. I think I just was vegetarian at that point. Because at that time, sometimes I would do meal prep. And I would have leftover from day prior, which means I made quite a bit because I eat a lot. Like, I was 200 plus pounds, so I eat a lot. So I must have made quite a bit. I know me. So I was having leftovers from day prior, or I was doing meal prep, and at that time I really didn't need to be. I had done it before, so that might look different. It looks different for everybody. And then once I found vegan butter that I could deal with and kind of went down that journey, then I just went vegan. I want to say that process was like 2-3 months. It wasn't long, maybe 4 months even. I'll say 6 just because I don't remember, and I should have documented it. It wasn't that long though. Again, I had already been vegetarian before or vegan before, behind this pinch nerve. So, I don't remember anything then about my dreams. When I went vegetarian this time, I could see my dreams. Then it stopped. Then when I went vegan, I could see my dreams again. So, and this is like a couple weeks in to the process. So, as your body starts cleaning out, I don't know. So, I said all that to say, the last 2 nights, my dreams have been very, not vivid, but I can see them. And I'm not used to being able to see them. And I think there's a couple of reasons for that, but one of the reasons is that I'm in today. So I did count because I didn't want to lose count of my days, and I thought that would be terribly trashy to not be counting the days of the detox. And I'm trailing off. One of the reasons why I'm getting grumpy about how long this is going to take is because Veg Fest is early October. It is late September, which means I will still be in detox and I will not get to eat at Veg Fest. So I am grumpy. I'm already grumpy, and today is the 24th, and it's like a week away, and I am mad. I'm mad. I am mad. I'm not gonna hold you. I was like, why did you start this detox now? But obviously I need it. Anyway, so at the top of my vegetarian journey, probably a month in, I could see my dreams. Then I couldn't anymore. Then at the top of my vegan journey, probably a couple months in, I saw my dreams again. Then I couldn't anymore. Then when I cleansed, I could see my dreams for a little while. Then I couldn't anymore. Now I'm at the top of this detox. According to the documentation, I started either the 9th or the 10th of September, which means I'm literally in week 2. Like to the day. So if I started on the 10th, this is day 14. So I'm 2 weeks in, and yesterday and today I could see my dreams. The thing about it is they're dreams from past. So when you're dreaming, you don't know what day it is because you're asleep, right? And night before, yesterday. So yesterday night, I dreamt about my daughter's 18th birthday party, which it was supposed to be planning for the 18th birthday party. And my daughter will be 22 in December. And the dream that I had didn't happen. So I don't know. But now that my daughter should be 22. So now my daughter, I don't know if 25 is like a big deal for girls. I know for chocolate men, 25 is a big deal. But 25 is not a big deal for girls, I don't think. Possibly. Maybe I missed the cultural cues there. It's very possible. So the next big birthday thing for my daughter will be 30. So now I'm like I'm aspiring to throw her a big birthday party. I want to throw my baby a big birthday party, like a really cool one. So that's on my bucket list now. I want to throw my baby a big birthday party. So that, and then last night also was a time lapse of oops, I don't know how that's gonna play out when I upload. Sorry about that. Last night I believe was also a past dream, from a past time. So I don't know. Don't get me to tell no fibs. I don't actually remember. Yes, I do. I do remember some of it. Anyway. So, but I'm having dreams about the past. I did want to note that because I don't know, like, everybody else's journey and how the detox will affect them and what that's going to look like for them. But I can see these dreams that are not relevant to me now. I guess that's more important to me because I feel like I'm a seer. And I feel a little prophetic sometimes. So I don't know. I think I do know. I think I do know. But that's just me speculating and being, what's the word for people who like to analyze themselves and why they do stuff? Introspective, maybe? That might just me being introspective. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, so I did want to make note of that because I don't know, like, if somebody else who's on the same cleanse or detox is going to have the same effect. Meaning, if you're doing pre-study like I did, because I did a few pre-studies on the detox, I don't remember anyone saying, oh, I can see my dreams. So day 14, day 13, maybe even before that. Maybe I was getting like snippets of my dreams before that and just didn't notice. But I'm noticing like full dreams now. Like not snippets, like full on dreams now. So I'm wondering how that's gonna play out after the detox is done. After detox, I'm planning on just being raw. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully this will help. Like I'll get to keep them because I hate when I can see them sometimes and then I can't. It just happens. And some of it I feel like is from me going back to trash vegan after I clean out. So that might be some of it. But this feels different. This doesn't feel like my cleanse. Like what I do juice cleanse. It doesn't feel like that at all. So this feels pretty, like as long as I stay the course, I'm guessing, like if I stay raw and continue to take care of things, then maybe this will just be what it is. Like I'll be able to see my dreams going forward, which will be nice because I miss them. Sometimes I used to have great dreams. All kinds of great dreams. Anyway, so I did want to make note of that because I think that's pretty important. It's important to me. That's what it is. But yeah, yesterday, banana, grapefruit, watermelon, apple, pickle. That's it. That's all I ate. Today, more of the same. Probably. We shall see. Yeah. All right. Have a good one.